Welcome to Easy Elite English. Now, this time we are having a session on use of parenthesis in mathematics. Elementary mathematics, use of parenthesis. So, look at the expression. You have got two expressions. In one, we do not have the multiplication sign before parenthesis, and in the other, we have the multiplication sign before the parenthesis. In one, you do not have any multiplication sign, and in the other, you have a multiplication sign separating the number 2 and the parenthetical expression. After 2, directly you put the parenthesis, and here after 2, you put a multiplication sign and then the parenthesis. So when they are same and when they are different, these two are not always same. In some cases, they both are same, and in some cases they both are different. Let us see when they are same and when they are different. Now, when they are equal, putting a multiplication sign before the parenthetical expression and not putting a multiplication sign here. Here we have put the multiplication sign, here we do not have the multiplication sign. These are equal, the two expressions are equal in standalone situations if only this expression is given and nothing else. The expression is not preceded or followed by anything. Standalone situation. In that case, both are equal. When they are joined to a preceding quantity by plus or minus, for instance, you can see here 10 plus or 10 minus. So we are joining to a preceding quantity 10 by plus or minus sign. When it occurs, or also when it is joined to a preceding value by multiplication sign. Here, for instance, 10 into. So we have a multiplication sign and it is joined to another number. So whether you put the multiplication sign or don't put the multiplication sign before parenthesis, it makes no difference. And when it occurs at the start of an expression, no matter what comes afterwards, this is the beginning of the expression. Afterwards, anything may come. Then also it is whether you put the multiplication sign or you don't put, it means the same. So these are the cases when it is same, when it is a standalone expression, when it is joined to a previous value by plus, minus or multiplication sign, or when something follows it. That means this is the beginning or starting of the expression. Anything may come afterwards. Then it really makes no difference whether you don't put the multiplication sign or whether you put the multiplication sign, the value will be same. Now when they are different, they are not equal. They are not equal. Putting a multiplication sign will alter the values. When it is preceded by division sign, only when it is preceded by a division sign, a number divided by this expression, then putting the multiplication sign and not putting the multiplication sign, it makes a lot of difference. For instance, 40 divided by. So 40 divided by this expression without the multiplication sign and 40 divided by this expression with the multiplication sign, these are not the same, because in this case the whole thing is regarded as the divisor. 2 into 3 plus 1 or 2 into 4, that is 8. The total thing is regarded as the divisor. So 40 divided by 8 gives you 5. Now in the second case, when you are putting a multiplication sign, only the number 2 is regarded as divisor. So 40 divided by 2, not the whole thing. 40 divided by 2 gives you 20, and then you multiply by this one. So 40 divided by 2, 20, multiplied by this 4, which will give you 80. So you see the answer is not the same. Here you are regarding the total one as the divisor. Here you are regarding only 2 as a divisor. So when you don't put a multiplication sign, the entire expression is taken as a single quantity and the entire expression forms the divisor. When you put a multiplication sign, this will be regarded as a different factor. this will be regarded as a different factor. So only this is the divisor. This is not the divisor. This will be a multiplication factor, and this will be a division factor. So let us see this expression. If both are same, it should come to 1, but it is not 1. Here we regard only 2 as the divisor. So 40 divided by 2 is 20, and 20 into 4 gives 80. Here we regard the total expression as the divisor. That means 2 into 3 plus 1, 3 plus 1 is 4, 2 into 4 is 8. So the total 8 is regarded as your divisor. So 40 divided by 8 gives 5. So the denominator is 5. The numerator is giving 80. The denominator 5. Here only 2 was the dividing, and here we divided by the entire expression. So putting a multiplication sign and not putting a multiplication sign between a number and a parenthetical expression, it is different if it is preceded by a division sign, but not if it is preceded by a plus sign or a minus sign or a multiplication sign, or in standalone situations. So that was all. Thank you and goodbye.